Hey everybody, it's Matt with Max Video, and today we are doing an anime review. I feel like you should just come to expect this in the next while, because the books I'm reading, they're a bit big and they're series long, so it takes me a while to read them. And um, I do have a movie review coming up for a couple movies that are coming out. You know, Beauty and the Beast is coming out next month. Ex Machina, I've been asked to review that one. So, I got some of those coming. So, fret not. If you're not an anime fan, there's content coming for you. But anyway, the anime we are reviewing today was requested of me to review by my friend Connor. So, Connor, here you go, boo. Let's do this thing. It is Mirai Nikki, or in the English, The Future Diary. This is a very popular anime. I hadn't seen it, mainly because I'd heard so much about it, I felt like I saw it. Which, the things I heard didn't even touch the surface of what the actual show was. All I knew about the show was that there was a stalker chick, and that this was the anime that taught me what yandere was. So, yeah. Anyway, let's start with the point of the show. The point of the show, think of the Hunger Games. Think of that style of events. And that's kind of what's going on here, is kind of that you get a group of people and you pit them to the death against each other. The twist in this one is whoever wins becomes God. Because God in this is Deus Ex Machina. Ironic that I mentioned Ex Machina earlier. But he is getting to the point where he is fading from existence. He's dying, essentially. And if there's nobody to take his place, the universe itself will collapse. And that kind of sucks. We don't want that happening. So, he's like, alright, we'll play a game. And now we're going to get into characters. Your main character in this is called Yuki. And Yuki is that stereotypical anime protagonist, male protagonist that is just spineless. He has no, gumption of what to do. He's always worried about everything. So, he kind of hermits himself. He has no friends. He just sticks his nose in his phone, goes home, stays in his room, at the end. I mean, it's even to the point where he lives by himself because his mother works overseas and, across the country and whatnot. So he lives by himself most of the time. So, that's your main character. Your female main character is a girl named Yuno. And Yuno is that character I was mentioning, that yandere character. And I keep using that word. If you do not know what a yandere is that stalker kind of girlfriend. You know, that girl that loves you so much that she follows you everywhere, stalks you, and she will kill anybody or harm anybody or make somebody disappear that she sees as a threat between her and you. Anybody. So, that's what she is. She's that kind of character. Well, you meet her and she's this very pretty girl, pink hair, is the smart kid in class, and she is, portrayed as this very lovable character. And so that's kind of the basis of her. I'll get more into her in a minute once I get into the actual story. You have a whole cast of characters in this. I cannot begin to remember all their names. You have there's 12 diary users, and I'll get into what the diaries are later. Each of them have their own personalities, and that's kind of how the show flows, is meeting each of these people individually. You don't get to know them all at once. You meet them as you go. So, That's your characters. Well, no. Like I said, you have Deus Ex Machina. He's the god. He is... when you first meet him, you're led to believe that he's actually Yuki's imaginary friend. Because Yuki's like, well, I have friends. They're just in my head. And then you meet Deus. And so... But he's very, like, laid back and chill. Like, he's the chillest pigmentation of God I've seen in an anime. I mean, right now I'm watching Saga of Tanya the Evil, and that god's kind of a jerk. So it's refreshing to meet a nice god. Then you have Murmur. Murmur is an imp that is Deus's kind of helper. She's the observer. She just chills out, helps Deus any way she can. You actually learn a lot about her towards the end of the anime. I'm not going to give any of that away because this anime is full of just twists and turns. You never know what's coming next in this show. Like, it blew my mind so many times. I was just, what's gonna happen next? I almost blew my data limit for the month just binge watching this show in increments. Like, I'm like, oh, I'll just watch an episode before I go to bed. 5 episodes later, it's 6 in the morning, and I'm still watching it. So, I'm not going to give any of that away. But let's start at the beginning of the story. So, Deus eventually lets Yuki know that he is actually not his imaginary friend, that he is, in fact, God. And he's like, well, I bestow upon you this future diary. And the future diaries are, all 12 of the users are people that kind of kept track of their lives in one way or another. Being through audio recordings, blogs, e-diaries, written diaries, drawings, yada yada yada. And Deus makes each of these into a future scene device. Instead of it's actually taking the things you would record in the future and telling to you now. And each of them are different because each person diaries in their own way. Like Yuki. Yuki diaries everything around him. But nothing about himself. It's always about what's going on around him. Yuno only records things about Yuki. Only things about him. You have, and each of them have their own name. Yuki's is the Indiscriminate Diary. Yuno's is the Diary of Future Love. You have the Escape Diary, the Watcher. All these different types of diaries, and so they're using these as a way to find each other and to kill each other. So that's your premise. That's all I can go into without giving away major spoilers. Overall, it's a good anime. I can see why it's popular. I can see why a lot of people talk about it. There is its flaws. I wanted to punch Yuki in the face every single episode. I wanted to reach the screen, punch him, and punch him, and punch him. But, because he's such a spineless person. It's annoying. The last episode, I literally was like, I hate this man. Like, I literally texted Connor and told him, I hate him. I hate him, I hate him, I hate him. I hate him. So yeah, that was my one big flaw. Other than that, fantastic. It had good flowing storyline. The animation is very nice. I want to say this came out in like 2012-ish, I want to say. Not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But the animation's very nice. It's not like bone-grippingly beautiful or anything, but it's very smooth. It doesn't distract you from the story. So I appreciate that. The music, it really gets you in the mood for this style of anime. It's very, metal rock kind of music. So it really gets you there. It gets you in the mood, and the final songs always are able to kind of keep you there, but also mellow you out a little bit in the event that, hey, maybe you're not watching the next episode, but it keeps you high enough in there that if you are watching the next episode, will keep you in the mindset. So that's good. I appreciate good music in anime. Music makes anime better, in my opinion. Because if you make good music for it, better anime. But yeah, so overall, very, very highly recommend this. If you like a good suspense, kind of shonen, very suspenseful, very mystery, detective-y, action type of anime, this is it. It has its odd romance moments. You do have a few characters in there that are actually stable, kind of in their own way. I mean, in comparison to Yuno and Yuki, any relationship's stable. But yeah, highly recommend this. If you haven't checked it out, it's on Funimation. It's on Crunchyroll. I watched the dubbed version. The voice acting was fantastic. Josh Greel, who is a fantastic voice actor, I love a lot of his work. He is the voice of Yuki. Great choice. He has a fantastic range that he can pull off the character of Yuki, and the fact that he is a spineless nobody, he gives that. His voice actually adds to it. And I've seen Josh Girl have voice acting moments of, bad A, good action stuff, and he can do these more submissive roles. And that just shines as the abilities of a voice actor. And you have a lot of top-name voice actors and actresses in here. I won't go into all of it. We're already at 12 minutes, so I'm kind of running out of time. But definitely check it out. If you want it dubbed, it's on Funimation. If you want it subbed, it is on Crunchyroll. Check it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think of The Future Diary. If you've seen it, let me know what you think. What's some points that I missed that you think I should have covered? I always like to hear feedback from y'all. So, yeah, I will have my last video up in this section, up in that top corner, and I'll have a playlist of my anime reviews over here, and I will have that subscribe button right here up top. So please check those out. Please let me know what you think. If you like this video, give it a like. Please subscribe if you want to have some more fun with us, because I will review any and everything you ask of me. I'm currently reading 2 series that were requested of me. I am watching a movie that is requested of me. I'm trying to watch an anime that was requested of me that I'm just trying to get into. So, yeah. Check all this out, and I love all of you, and I will see y'all in the next video.